there's a chance that the actual second game I ever owned for this may, in fact, have been... I should have unzipped these before I got started tonight, shouldn't I? Where did that go to? Ah, there it is. No, that was coming up soon, though. So yeah, like, okay, the NES and Super Mario Bros. Was like 1985. Okay, this was 1989 in the US, apparently. But here's Tetris. Let's play it for real. Non-Tengen NES Tetris. The official one, not the... Oh, it's so much better because there's like multiplayer, but it's like it's not good multiplayer. So I played this a bit at the time. I did understand the rules, I did understand the strategies, but like I didn't really see the appeal so much personally. However, and I feel like this is a story a lot of people share. My mother got incredibly into Tetris for a good chunk of time. Like I'm talking like almost life-ruining addiction to Tetris. She was just like glued to this thing hours at a time, having dreams about it. Constantly bragging about how in mode A here, if you you just clear some garbage. If you play well enough for long enough, there's this little thing at the end where like you have this little palace and you have rocket launch pad near it. Bigger and bigger rockets go up based on what your score is at the end, and if you have an absurdly high score, the entire palace itself takes off like a rocket. And she was just so proud of her accomplishment of seeing that after playing a bunch, and like just insisting for like only I've ever seen this. I am the best at Tetris in the world. It's like you're not. There are people who are better at Tetris than you are. You are very good, but like it's yeah, people play this more obsessively than you did. Especially like recently, there was the absurd. Let's just finish this. There was the absurd story where somebody like was doing tool-assisted speedrun level stuff to like manipulate RNG to get around multiple points where the game would normally crash and just like get the absolute highest possible score before the game stops working. It's like you're not that good. You did get a lot of points, but yes. And yeah, the Tetris rights thing was such a confusing thing. I want to say they made it into a movie, but then the movie is like apparently mostly aggrandizing the modern company that owns the right to Tetris. But yeah, it was a whole thing. And I think what it really was is like someone from Nintendo was meeting with the actual creator of the game to secure the rights. At the same time, somebody else who thought they had the rights was like having another meeting in another country. Like courts had to get involved. That was the whole thing. But anyway, that's Tetris. You again all know Tetris. So aside from that, the next game I think that I owned is one that traumatized a whole lot of people, and kind of rightfully so. And I'm curious, like, especially playing on a keyboard, how well I can handle this one still. was never a fan of the show, really. I did watch it. It was on. It was a cartoon. It was like the last cartoon in the Saturday morning block, and after Saturday cartoons were over, we had to go play outside. So like, I'll watch this. It's cold out. But yeah, the good old NES TMNT game. And whether I am like sucking terribly and need to restart or not, I'm going to play through at least like most of the third level, because I need to put to bed like terrible exaggeration. It's a pretty good intro for the time, actually. So let's see. Have I the confidence? Not yet. Let me play a bit before I switch to the broken character. So, this game has weird jumping physics. I don't like them. There's in particular a short hop button, and then there's holding it down longer. And you'll notice on this roof, like if I just tap it, I barely brush the surface of the above me, and I restrict down. If I hold it, I smack it and drop down immediately. That is important. That is important, and like you will lose characters instantly at several points if you cannot consistently short hop. But yeah, one thing this game does is tries to give every character their own strengths and weaknesses, and then they kind of forgot to do that. Oh, the arrow game was awful. So like, you know, the Donatello, of course, has the longest reach. He's got the big staff there, and the dated Bo Jackson reference in the manual. Oh yeah, also like you don't really get iframes so much in this. How do I get rid of that? That's where I'm at. Okay. I do like the pickups like that piece of pizza there. Persist. If you come back to the same screen, well, if you like leave the level chunk, so if you have one at the end of a little section here, you can just like go back into it. You can have it like nasty cough coming on. Excuse me. So that one was just kind of optional. I could have just like walked around. Oops. If I could, you know, felt like dodging through those steam armors. This one I have to do because it crosses the water there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so like character balancing. You have Donatello. He has the longest reach of the staff, and then you have one character does more damage than the others. Also Donatello, just the best character. Attacks are slightly slower, but like it's like a frame or two. I don't really care. Be able to do this without taking damage. Like it's not that much slower attack. And you'll notice like that was doing full blocks of HP instead of like half. A lot of slowdown in this game too. So I think these will all respawn. Also, like, monster designs in this game are all freaking weird. Like, none of them are from the show. They're just, just video game enemies. There you go. Got, like, weird, abstract, spiky leg things. Guy with a chainsaw. Weird, like, suit of armor with little wings on the helmet that will get up and independently fly around and attack. can leave and get that whole pizza if anybody else is actually hurt. Nobody is, though, so, yeah. So this is actually, like, a rare enemy who is not great to fight with Donatello, because if I duck, I will, like, stab down through the floor. I guess it's fair with the, like, amount of iframes that exist. There's not a lot of them, but, like, you get them, random enemies also get them. So those steamrollers, by the way, those will instantly kill you. That's just a thing to keep in mind. So now you have like this little robot thing with the eye. But yeah, that's how you kind of, well, if you're like really good, you just use them all the time. If not, you use them for boss fights. So you guys like 4 times the damage of everybody else. Okay, the comics had Casey Jones, who was kind of possibly Mike Myers inspired, possibly just like we were gonna have our vigilante character who just like went to the sporting goods store and bought a bunch of stuff, and he's like he with baseball bats and hockey sticks. That might have been inspired the Chainsaw Guys in this. It's hard to say. It really just seems like, you know, somebody was just like drawing enemies at Konami. It was like, okay, we need some for this game. Let's just pull some off the pile here. Here's these guys with like boomerangs, possibly bananas. But yeah, weird robots. You have like these guys made of fire, and like bits of them fall off and slowly grow, like starting with just a leg into more guys made of fire. And this is one of those, like, everybody knows this one cheap trick for this boss fight of, you know, you can come up here and just do this, and if you time it right, whenever he jumps, like, his hitbox is slightly higher during the jump, and he will randomly hit your staff. But also, you can just, like, you know, just go down the floor and fight him. It's like, it's not like he's incredibly deadly, and you need to use this trick or else this is an impossible fight. It's just you get slightly hurt, it's fine. That you have my support is so weird. Okay, so the infamous level 2, which is not as bad as people say at all. First, just going through this little building to get to the top of the dam. There's something to be said for like these sweeping arc here, even if you take, if it takes like so many hits from this weak, undeadly sword. Okay, good. There's a half a pizza right there. I believe I can do this with. No, okay, I have to like actually leave and come back. So like that jump there, kind of a pain to make if you don't short hop it. There's ones later where it's actually impossible. Okay, you see it's. I want to repeat that. So this is the end. This is a problem. I don't want people to be like this hurt at this point in the game. Now it's gonna like make a liar out of me. So I want to say you can like damage boost through or just make that jump if you like line up this right. What do you want? Meow? Water's running. You just go and get a drink yourself. There's also that water dish that I filled up. There you go. Okay, so there we have the big loud dee of somebody's about to die, and you notice that I got around this problem by just switching characters because everybody has their own life bar. And as long as I don't like really suck on this screen here and get everybody almost killed. Then the infamous dam part will not be a problem at all. Also, like when you go back and forth through a screen like that, like you kind of have to manually fix your camera to have like decent scrolling again. Or it's just always bad going to the left. Might just be always bad going to the left. Okay, so here, like this is honestly like a I am tempted to quick save sort of like nasty jump. If I fall, I'm going all the way back down and doing this whole screen again. And it's very easy to fall. There we go. Later they have ones like that over pits. I feel like they're technically overworld enemies. And you have to worry about your handedness, apparently. Okay, so now switching to the characters who really don't matter. And this is where everybody like just is horrified at this game, but like it's fine, it really is. You have kind of weird momentum-y swimming physics. You have to disarm all these bombs. Am I hitting the right button? A lot of little things like that. There's a lot of stuff like this seaweed. There's a lot of... I think I want to go up there. You said this memorized better. Hopefully I didn't just miss one. But yeah, there's a lot of places where you just kind of can't avoid damage, and yeah. And here I can't just because, like... What is the swim button? Is it just A? Okay. You have to, like, really hammer it, apparently. So people, like, freak out, because, like, yeah, doing this as one character the whole way through is, like, practically impossible, sure, but, like, just don't do it as one character. Just, like, you know, you get hurt a bit, you switch. Ta-da, there's a whole other health bar to use, like... Why am I, like, stuck to the floor here? I know there's strong currents, but they shouldn't be that strong. And again, I'm out of practice. I don't remember the layout. I apparently can't swim to save my life. Okay, so now I'm actually dying, like, prove myself a liar. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, like, I don't know what's wrong with my controls here, because I usually don't have that kind of problem. But, like, yeah, you come in here, everybody's at full HP, you, like, have more than enough HP to just, like, damage boost through the whole thing. I'm going to do that again, because, like I said, oh, and there's basically permanent death for characters. Like, rarely there are places where you, like, find them tied up if you've lost them. But, like, what did I hit accidentally there? I think part of the problem is that, like, you kind of have to, like, hammer A to swim properly, and this emulator is, like, not handling the inputs fast enough. So I could go back and, like, go through that screen again, get a full pizza for Leo, but I shouldn't need to. I just need to really just, like, smack the hell out of this button. It's also, like, you know, again, very strong currents in places, so that's the thing to keep in mind. You want to avoid getting sucked down, things like there. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like there's an emulation control issue here, and I can usually swim up much more consistently than this. So I don't know. Play on real harder if you're having a problem. I don't know. Oops. And also, like, the current zones are, like, subtle and varied. Like, there's one kind of just, like, yanking you down right there. Yeah. And here, it's like, it's not even worth it to try to not get zapped. There's also some, like, stuff that's easier to dodge if you don't go up and down because you have a smaller hitbox. Why am I just stopping there? Yeah, I think the hitbox thing might be what's screwing me up too. About almost done. Yeah, the timer is kind of tight, and I might have. Okay. Well, that's the last one right there. Anyway. So that part's kind of hard. There is some trial and error. There is definitely some, like, not having your A button jam on you and keep you from going up when you need to, which just keyboard is doing to me. But, like, that part, it's a little tricky, but you learn it, and then you can just do it consistently. And you, again, if I had full HP on everybody going there, which I should have, like, I would have switched to Leo there and, you know, look at the last screen no matter how much damage I was taking. But, like, well, okay, yeah, here I'm sucking, but here I'm, like, years out of practice and my A button's not working. Normally, though, like, yeah, it's nothing. Everybody winds up almost dead, but you get through it. The level after that is this, like, maze with, like, 50 labeled doors and only one correct path through the whole thing, and conveyor belts and those short hops over death pits. So it's like, no, it's not the dam. It's everything after the dam. But anyway, That made a liar out of me, but like I used to be good at it, I swear. And that part is, I maintain, nowhere near the hardest part of the game. It gets so much worse.